Now it's time for Hobo Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, Finding Dory. Oh my God, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 because there's spoilers. There's this bird who wants to, be like the other birds. And there's a big wave that kind of gets in the way. And the bird's trying to feed food. And eventually he finds his way to feed food. In the form of a crab. By hiding under the sand. And by hiding under the sand, they can dig for more stuff. And thus they live a happy life. I for one love this, wait. Oh, that's right, that's the Pixar short, Mama. I keep forgetting that they do those. This is the actual review of Finding Dory. There's this fish named Dory, who obviously is lost. We start with her as a wee little baby, and we discover that she once had a family. And then we go through all the phases of her life, leading up to when she met up with Marlin, and of course you can figure out the rest because this was all in Finding Nemo. But then we fast forward 1 year later, and Dory is living with Marlin and Nemo in their home. And then she realizes, well, I once had a family once, except I don't know where it is. I just can't remember where it is. And so she goes on a field trip with Nemo and Mr. Ray. You know, the one that goes, let's see the shore, the shore, the shore. Although in this case, he sings about migration. Let's go to migration, migration, migration. And from there, Dory discovers that she is in California, or her family lives in California. And so they go through this current, with the turtles. Right, yes, totally. And they end up in California, on the Pacific Ocean. Which I guess means they must have traveled east, because they lived in Australia, now they're in California, so I'm guessing they traveled east if we're going to go with that phase. But they end up in an aquarium. I too was in an aquarium once. I was the main attraction, the lone hobo, the only thing that was very weird in that exhibit. But in any case, Dory discovers that her family lives there. And so she rediscovers her pal. Pipe pal or something like that. It's a big whale, which makes sense since she can talk whale. Like this. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you fucking well, Willie. Why don't you have to fucking do that? Yeah, I'm with Playboy. What the hell? I'm just using this as an example of whale talk. I don't know why you're responding to this, but this is what I do to demonstrate whale talk. So anyway, they reunite and they help each other in finding out where Dory's parents are. And she remembers stuff in the form of words. Like with Pee-wee and the Secret Word, only in this case, every time she hears a word, it brings back a flashback that'll get her closer to her parents. It's a very clever plot, if I do say so myself, Mama. And then she discovers the shells because, she left a trail of shells so that she can get home, except her parents aren't there. So then they go to the, what do they call it? The rehabilitation clinic, Mama, and see if they're there. But sadly, there's a bunch of other bluefish that say, well, your parents flew the coop. Meanwhile, Marlin and Nemo are out to find Dory. Just like Marlin and Dory went out to find Nemo in the first one, which kind of makes sense since that's the name of the movie, Mama. And they do weird and stupid stuff, Mama, that kind of makes you feel like you're Dory, Mama. And that includes talking to a bird like this. What the hell are you fucking doing, Willie? I'm demonstrating what Marlin did to get the bird's attention. I don't think they actually did that. Yeah, I'm with Playboy. What the hell's wrong with you, Willie? Are you fucking high or something? So anyways, they find Dory. And they all meet up in this rehabilitation clinic, Mama, with an octopus. Except Dory somehow figures out that it only has 7 tentacles unless there's a septopus. Get it? Septa, 7. If you don't get it, you're basically not good at math, Mama. Wait a minute, shouldn't that mean you're not good at math? I almost said your fucking language. Curse you, fucking Willie. Yeah, how do you know sept means 7? You don't know anything. Only because I remembered it, Mama. So anyways, Dory then realizes that her parents are gone. Except she gets sucked all the way back into the water. And her mind goes blank and she doesn't know where she is. And then quickly she discovers shells that leads right to the path of her parents who have been waiting there all this time for her to come find them. And they get reunited. And you think this would be a happily ever after, except you forget that we're missing Marlin and Nemo. They're still stuck in the aquarium tank thing that's heading off to Cleveland where they just won an NBA championship. And so there, they have to go back to try and find Nemo and Marlin and get them out of that truck. And they have to call upon a whale, who is played by Ty Burrell, from Modern Family. And the octopus is also played by a guy from Modern Family. He played Ty's character's father-in-law. You get the gesture. Anyways, he has telepathic sight vision that allows him to see stuff through sonar vision when he goes, I see blame of a boy being naked. How the fuck do you know that? Because he has the vision, genius. He just mentioned that. Come on, Playboy. Get with the program. Thank you, Commander Mizander. So anyways, they find the trunk, and then the octopus and Dory decide to turn it around to try and get back to the family. And then they all get together in the form of What a Wonderful World, with a nice slow-mo montage as they're going down the water to reunite with the rest of the gang. And then after all that, it's like a big happy ending. They're all together, they're living together, and it looks like Marlin's gonna be having a crush on Dory, because I bet there's a third movie that goes with this, Finding True Love. In that one, it'll be Marlin finding true love in the form of Dory. And then they form one big happy family. But that's for the threequel that's soon to come. As for this sequel, I for one love it. It's a good follow-up to Finding Nemo, and I say it's about goddamn time that Finding Nemo got a sequel, and by golly, was it worth the wait, mama. Well, unless of course you're someone who doesn't happen to like childhood movies and prefers horror movies, you know who I'm talking about, mama. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, Charge! You got charge! Oh, come on up a girl, will ya? Come on, sir! Come on! I need the money so I can go on a adventure so I can find my family! I'm just in lost the story!